my name is Mrs. Valdez. I teach at Blue Junior High, and I am the Digitools teacher.
Okay, so Miss Valadez, does technology affect you, and if so, how?
Technology affects, well, I teach computers, so it affects me every day, but one of the biggest challenges that it affects me is the students, how they use computers and their smartphones and the apps, and how the business world uses it. Sometimes the two don't overlap well, so getting to know what they need and what the business world needs and try to mesh the two together.
How do you feel about technology for younger ages, like the way that it affects it?
Technology for the younger ages has created a new generation or new generations that don't think like my generation and before me. For example, they're not okay with the status quo. They're not as brand loyal. They're not as business loyal. They see something they want, they're more likely to go out and start a new business of their own. Instant gratification, because everything comes to them, has changed. It changed everything from education, business, and so on.
And how do you think it's a positive effect or a negative effect, or are you just kind of like based on in the middle of that?
I'm in the middle. I don't think it's positive or negative. Every generation from the beginning of time is different, and that's okay. Just the world around them also has to change with it. And so I'm okay to change with it. I just got to try to keep up.
How do you think technology will be in the future? Like, do you think the advances will help us, or will there be advances?
There will be advances. I mean, just in my generation, I graduated high school touching a little teeny tiny computer, had the green monitor, mouse didn't exist, and I never had a class. I actually had a science teacher who introduced me to the computers and programming. So my education, my background is in programming. So I'm a programmer by trade. I went into teaching as a second profession. So every generation has changed. I remember being excited about the mouse. I remember being excited about the cell phone. Students now grew up with all of this. They can't imagine life without a mouse. They can't imagine life without a cell phone. Touch screens. I just got my first touch screens 2 years ago. They may have already had them. So technology is changing. It's awesome. Twitter feeds. I don't always understand it. They do. I love Facebook. Yeah, they say it's for old people. So it is changing, and I'm okay with that. What's going to come next? Well, maybe one of these guys will figure it out. Or invent it. They'll be rich. And I'll still be teaching.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Valdez.
You're welcome.